So this is my unedited because I want to show, how I'm making these videos, my progress through these videos, because I want you to see that whatever you want to do, you can just go after. All right. And this is me going after it. All right. So welcome to Sundays with PP, short weekly resets to help you enjoy your youth, know yourself, and get ready for a future that's changing fast. So today, got some hair in my mouth. Today, I want to emphasize that you do not need to rush into adulthood. You might not be realizing it, but there might be times when you're like, man, I wish when I get older, I could do this, that kind of thing. So you don't need to rush into adulthood, but you also don't want to drift through your youth and wake up realizing that you traded your future for short-term distraction. So you got to balance both. So fun isn't the problem. You should have fun for the rest of your life. Fun is something that should just never go away. So fun isn't the problem, but escaping reality is. We're doing Peter Pan in one of my classes, and Peter Pan is just escaping from reality. That's his main issue. Yeah, sure, not growing up, but it's not facing reality. So enjoying life is healthy, friendships, sports, hobbies, rest, laughter, going to the movies, even downtime are all really great things. The problem begins when entertainment begins a way to escape and float through life. And it's a way to avoid those uncomfortable thoughts where you just don't know what you're going to do. But not thinking about it, not facing it, is only going to kick the can down the road. It's only going to lengthen the time it's going to take for you to figure things out. And I know that one of the biggest problems is there's so much to choose from. But we'll be getting into that in the future. We touched a little bit on it in week 1. So go back and rewatch that video. Now, there's a difference between taking a break and constantly running from anything that feels difficult. One restores you, the other slowly empties you. You can't be on all the time. We need rest. All right. We need a siesta. We need naps. We got to take some time just to turn our brains off. It's a healthy thing to do. It allows you to get your thoughts together. It allows your brain to just sort through the crap that can go away. Those thoughts that keep, itching at your brain, while those get filed away when you just kind of rest, you sit in them, you think about it, you face it, and then it goes away. So don't escape. Don't run away from thoughts that you need to face. One of the best things that I did in my life was to sit down and say, what is the vision that I have for my life? And then to look at my finances and see what a mess they were. And this is going to happen multiple times in your life. You're going to make progress, and then you're going to fall back. But when you move forward again, it's going to be from learned experience. So you're going to have the tools in hand to get through anything that life throws at you or your bad decisions. But you can't overcome if you don't face. So what you do every day, the time that you're putting into everything, right? The time is quietly shaping you into who you're becoming. Your habits, a small portion of your time. Make sure that is an investment into your future. Do the things that you don't want to do now so that you don't have to do them longer later. If nearly all of your free time goes into scrolling, to gaming, to drifting, you're letting the loudest things in your environment choose who you become. And if you think about it, it's often the loudest voice that gets the most attention, whether it deserves it or not. You don't have to be the loudest voice. But whatever's loud in your life, you need to look at it and say, is the volume too high on this, and do I need to turn it down? Am I giving this more attention than it deserves? So small repetitions add up far more than one big burst of facing it. I'm doing it today. No, it's daily. You need to do it daily. So whatever you want to do with your life, whatever dream you have, no matter how big, no matter how small, look into it every day. Just do a little bit. Why not? What else you got to lose? Now, balance is built, it's not guessed at. So when you do these little things every day, it's going to give you balance. It's going to give you something to get out of bed for in the morning. You're not going to be as confused. You're going to have that focus, and your decisions and the things that you do are going to drive you towards that. And again, if you don't know what you want to do, I mean, it's okay. But again, what do other people say that you're good at that comes naturally? Like we talked about in week 1. What are you interested in? What do you find that you're doing every day where you just sort of get lost in the zone and time disappears? I mean, if it is gaming, are you doing it for fun, or are you actually trying to figure out how things work? Maybe you can develop your own storyline, develop your own game. And then some some things are just built slowly over time. So take your time. Healthy balance looks simple from the outside. There's time for fun, there's time for work, and moments that are deliberately quiet. It's not perfect, but be intentional about your decisions every day. And look, relax. You're still young. Enjoy being young. Do not put pressure on yourself to get it all figured out as soon as possible. Nobody has it figured out. There's still a ton of stuff that I want to do. I wish I could go back in time, not to do things different, although that would be nice, especially one particular thing, but just to be more focused. Because I really do believe that you can accomplish the things that you dream about. So the goal is to enjoy what you're doing and still be able to look your future self in the eye without regret. I mean, imagine yourself a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Look at yourself in the mirror. Imagine yourself older. And are you thanking yourself for doing what you did today? Or are you apologizing for not getting started sooner? Play that movie forward, see where it gets you. So have small boundaries with yourself. How late you stay up, how long you stay on your phone, how many things you say yes to when you already feel overloaded. And don't let anybody pressure you either to do what they want to do all the time. But that's something for a different time. So I was a drifter. I drifted through high school, drifted into college, and people told me that I had, a call on my life. I question that heavily now. Everybody has a call on their life, I believe. Make sure you're listening to the right voices. If you don't know what you want to do and you say, I guess this seems like a good idea, look into it, but don't fully invest in it. Really see if it's something that you want to do. Take your time. I look at people that were in similar positions that I was, and they just chose a focus. I feel like they've accomplished more in their life than I have, but there's still time. I'm still growing up, right? I'm still learning. I've made some pretty big mistakes in my life, but I've been given a second chance, and I'm doing a lot better this time. And it's okay to be proud of yourself. So, what do you genuinely enjoy doing right now that has you feeling better afterwards? Almost like a workout for your brain. What is it that you do that you enjoy? Maybe other people don't get it. And you just kind of feel like the world is falling away while you're doing it. What is that thing? Write it down, journal about it. What do you keep doing mostly because everyone expects it from you, or because it helps you avoid thinking about what you should be thinking about? So again, what do you genuinely enjoy doing right now that leaves you feeling better afterwards? Like you just want more of it, can't get enough. Contrast to that, what do you keep doing mostly because everyone else expects it, or because it helps you avoid thinking? And if your future self could watch you and how things went this past week, what would you be proud of? And what would you wish that you had limited? Now, I'm going to repeat this. Journaling is the best thing that you can do, and try to journal every day, even if it's what you did. It kind of becomes a time audit for the week. So you can, even if you don't put times down, you can say, wow, I did that every day. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, you went to the gym every day. That's a great thing. You wasted 5 hours doom scrolling or reading on gossip or, all that stuff. That's obviously bad and a total waste of time. So tonight, or maybe this week, choose one thing this week that you want to enjoy on purpose, without guilt and without excess, and choose one small investment in your future self. So shamelessly go and enjoy something. Spend some time doing it. Don't have any guilt, but give it a certain amount of time. Or maybe you need to think about that thing. Set your timer for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and only think about that. And that's all the time that it gets. File it away, you're done. Don't think about it again. It's easier said than done, but it is a skill and you can do it. So, what's one intentional hangout that you can do without any phones? What's one intentional thing that you can do without a computer or any electronic for that matter? What is something that you can do for 10 minutes that's a skill that you can develop that will help you in your future self? Set a time for that too, 10, 15 minutes. One thing that I used to do when I had to do reading assignments is it always felt like it was taking forever. And finally, I set my timer and I committed to just doing it. And it didn't take me as long as I thought it would. In fact, it took me way less time. So sometimes the things in your head are way worse than reality. So begin to test some things in your life and see what's what. So you're allowed to enjoy your youth. Don't worry about growing up too fast. Just make sure that you're not trading away the person you're becoming for a life you'll not even remember clearly later. Like drifting. I barely remember stuff from high school and college, even up to a few years ago, because I was unfocused, unhappy, doing something that I didn't want to do. Yeah, I was getting good at it, but really, my head and my heart was not in it. I'm a little bit more there today, and I just love being around you guys every single day, and I hope that these videos will begin to help you, especially when I get into a much better routine, better ambiance, a better setup, and stop reading from my notes and just start talking to you more. So, what do we get out of this? Try to focus as much as possible on your future, but don't rush it. Enjoy your youth, have fun. Stop escaping the reality that you do need to grow up and figure things out. But try to figure things out for yourself with input from people that you would go to advice to, right? Don't listen to people that are only there to criticize you or take from you. Go to those people that you honestly want to hear back from, and then, good or bad, really kind of block the other stuff out. Take the encouraging stuff in, but have some people that you trust in your life. If you don't have anybody, well, those are deeper issues. you need to figure out why that might be. But at some point, you need to step out and you need to trust somebody and listen to what they say about your life. Allow them in to know you so that they can help you become whoever it is that you want to become. So get a mentor. Find balance. Build it in your life. It just doesn't happen. Things do not just happen. It might look like that, but the reality is they don't. So you need to have some kind of plan, but it doesn't need to happen all at once. It doesn't need to happen overnight. You don't need to grow up today. You can still be young. Don't waste your youth on frivolous stuff, especially on stress. You're going to forget most of what's probably bothering you right now. So begin to know who you are. Allow yourself to grow slowly into it. But what are you feeding yourself every day? How are you watering yourself? What are you investing in? That's what you need to start paying attention to, because that's the stuff that's going to develop who you are, and it's going to make you the person that you're going to become. So pay attention. Okay. That's the bottom line. Pay attention. So you don't need to rush adulthood. You also don't want to drift through your youth and wake up realizing that you traded your future for short-term distraction, because those short-term distractions become long-term directions, and you don't want that. So get your GPS out, get things figured out. All right. So God loves you. So do I.